Hey guys, this is EckhartsLadder. Hello and welcome to another Star Wars Battle Breakdown. I'm still a little sick, so that's why my voice is a bit different today, but I hope you guys don't mind because we're returning to one of the most popular series on my channel and looking specifically at the Clone Wars. The Battle of Saleucami occurred in the second year of the Clone Wars. Fairly early on, prior to General Grievous, had been waging campaigns in the outer rim of the galaxy with access to droid armies and several fleets. Prior to the battle, Grievous, in a recusant dreadnought, which I'll cover later, managed to capture Jedi Council Master Koth. After the capture, Grievous sent a boasting message to the Jedi Council, promising to wipe out the Order and basically reaffirming his hate of the Jedi. However, within that message, as noted by Commander Wolffe, was coordinates to the Saleucami system, passed on through hand movements by Koth. In response, the Republic assembled a task force, boasting 3 Vendor-class Star Destroyers, including the Resolute, an Arquitens light cruiser, a shuttle, and 3 Consular Corvettes. The task force was headed by Jedi Anakin Skywalker, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and Adi Gala, as well as Admiral Wolf Yularen. The battle begins with the Republic fleet, minus the shuttle, jumping into Saleucami, where Grievous was waiting with his recusant dreadnought and 3 munificent escorts. The recusant is actually a really interesting ship. The recusant comes in 2 variants, a smaller one and a larger one. The smaller recusant was very common during the Clone Wars. It was pretty cheap, it was highly automated, and overall, I wouldn't consider it to be super powerful. Tactically though, it does excel in certain situations. We see that it has a few very large cannons pointing directly forward, so in long-range engagements, or if it can keep enemy ships away, the recusant can sort of make up for its lesser durability. It also has lots of point defense cannons and traditional broadside turbo lasers and flak guns. However, the model Grievous is using here is much larger, 2,500 versus 1,100 meters. Presumably the ship has a lot more firepower, and we see that, for example, the large forward-facing weapons are scaled up. We also see that Grievous's dreadnought is able to dominate a Venator in a broadside exchange. So this is a very unique vessel and one the CIS did not field very often. As the Republic exited hyperspace, Grievous claimed to anticipate the engagement as if he knew that Koth would send out the message, but he was in no way prepared to begin an attack. He hadn't launched any fighters, for example. The fleet was not already in position. And this failure to use fighters will be one of the major issues throughout this battle. As the Republic Venators form a defensive line, the smaller vessels, including the Arquitens and the Consular cruisers, speed toward Grievous's fleet, somehow avoid turbo laser fire, and Obi-Wan goad the general into fighting him in individual combat. As this is happening, the Republic and CIS fleets begin to exchange long-range turbo laser attacks, but it seems like both fleets are really outside of effective range, and I would guess that only the recusant was doing significant damage here. Anakin and Adi Gala, who had been waiting in a nearby system in a shuttle, are sent hyperspace coordinates for Grievous's flagship. Obi-Wan allows Grievous to catch him in a tractor beam lock, and as a distraction is pulled in towards the ship. Concurrently, Anakin jumps in as close to Grievous's flagship as possible, completely unseen, attaches the shuttle, and begins an assault from the inside. Although ambushed by commando droids, the 2 Jedi do manage to rescue Koth, while Kenobi defeats Grievous in single combat, forcing him to retreat. Grievous, while trying to escape, does get punched in the face by Commander Cody, which is nice, but he orders the gunners on the recusant to destroy the attached Arquitens, and himself escapes in a CC-979 landing transport. The Jedi are picked up in Anakin's shuttle and move to pursue Grievous on the planet below. Grievous is tracked but eventually manages to escape, and Anakin leads the space battle, although unseen, and presumably manages to wipe out the rest of the Separatist task force, given the fact that the recusant was completely abandoned. So this battle, as much as any in the Clone Wars, shows just how purely incompetent General Grievous could be at times. He did show some competency as a military commander, but he's also completely predictable and overall far too obsessed with killing Jedi Jedi in individual hand-to-hand combat. Let's start at the very beginning with the Eth Koth message. If Grievous knows that Eth Koth will be sending a message, that's a good strategy, but he's too arrogant to properly prepare for it, either with a larger task force or at least being tactically ready, i.e. fighters ready to go, and fleet in a proper formation. If he did have other plans for Eth Koth and he didn't use him as bait, then he was arrogant in a different way, sending a message and giving up his position. But those issues are pretty small compared to the actual battle itself. The CIS here is in a very advantageous position. The Jedi aren't going to want to destroy Grievous's flagship, which itself is a very, very destructive weapon. To be honest, those 4 Republic ships should not have been able to break through the CIS line like that. It's just not really consistent with the accuracy of turbo lasers and especially the lighter weapons of something like a laser cannon. I mean, we even see in episode 1 of the Clone Wars that a Munificent comes out of hyperspace and with a couple of shots manages to nail Yoda's Corvette. That being said, the second Grievous got a tractor beam lock on Obi-Wan's ship, he should have just destroyed it. That would have been Kenobi dead right there. Once that happens, I don't think the other small corvettes are that much of an issue. Just shoot at them whenever you can, and focus fire on the rest of the Republic fleet, which itself is in a very bad position. The Recusant can most likely body one of these Republic Star Destroyers straight up, especially with its forward-facing cannons, but I think there's an even better option. The Republic is going to have a really tough time launching fighters here. If they attempt to open their hangar doors, they'll expose themselves to major damage from the CIS capital ships. The Munificents and the Recusants, however, are able to launch fighters from unseen hangars. What I would do is keep the cruisers in place, hold them down with fire, then just launch my fighters at them. We've seen what Hyena bombers and other CIS starfighters can do against unprotected Republic capital ships. And another good thing is that the Recusant, I think, really shines at range. If the Vendors come closer and focus fire on that ship, then they might be in trouble. However, because Eth Koth is a hostage, they're unlikely to do so. For those who are interested, I actually ran through a pure combat scenario in the new Empire at War mod, Fall of the Republic, which is a Clone Wars mod made by my friend Corey and the same team that made Thrawn's Revenge. Link to that in the description, by the way. And you can see that the CIS fleet at range is able to dominate the Venator line. The Corvettes get shredded very early on, but either way don't really have much impact on the larger battle. For the Jedi, their best strategy is to split their Star Destroyers, get on either broadside of the Recusant and just pour fire in that way. With that, my scenario actually has the Republic able to win this battle. However, again, the major issue is that there's a hostage on the Recusant at that point. But because Grievous is so predictable, the Republic is able to make this whole strategy knowing that he won't blow Obi-Wan out of the sky, even though he is more than capable of doing so. Then those Corvettes are able to get the information to transmit to Anakin, and well, things fall apart pretty quickly after this. I mean, Grievous always wants to fight Obi-Wan in direct combat, but he almost always loses, then is forced to run away. You know what would have been a good idea, my Grievous? Flip that around. Pretend to be in the Recusant, maybe have a droid impersonate you or sending a message on your behalf. Have the already highly automated ship and your crew of droids do exactly what you did up until the point where Anakin and Obi-Wan get on board, and then you know what? Just have the goddamn ship self-destruct. Blow all 4 Jedi up, collect their lightsabers in space, add them to your collection. That's a job well done and a good day's work. But that's just my opinion. Let me know what you thought about this battle breakdown. Which battle should I cover for the Clone Wars next? I'm actually doing an entire series rewatch right now. I'm about halfway done season 3, and oh man, I've really been enjoying it. To see my reaction as I watch, you can actually follow me on Twitter, but expect a lot more Clone Wars videos up until the release of season 7. Anyway guys, that's all for now. Until next time, have a great day, and may the Force be with you.